if someone has that, fits that qualification, is there any time where it's not a good fit for a DST?
Yeah, when you can actually find a deal that makes sense, right? And I'm the first one to tell somebody, if you can find a forced appreciation value add deal that on the intrinsic value of the real estate, the location, the value add, the opportunity, by all means, it's simple. Do your 1031. I'll high five you. That's the cool thing. We don't charge unless your 1031 fails or you decide to actually use the trust. But we do all the preparation. We form the trust, all the legal questions, talk with your CPAs. And like for some reason you find a deal, hey, high five, man. God bless you, man. I'm glad you found that. I'm in California, right? And I think you are too. You're in SoCal, right? And so it's just not always there in that 45-day ID or that 180, close period. So that's where we just saved a failed 1031 for a gentleman. He's owned for 30 years, multifamily property. We sold a $7.6 million deal in Georgia. He lives in Northern California. And he's like 62. And like the demographics, these guys are getting older. And they're like, I don't need any more Gavin Newsom rent laws and eviction laws and toilet trash and liability. Like, I've made my wealth. Like, how about I just sell and defer he doesn't mean he won't go back into real estate, but he's been 10 years ago. He had a lot of gray hairs because he had to hold on through the crash, right? And that's really the essence of this. We want to provide freedom and flexibility to buy and sell real estate on your own terms, not on the 1031 terms. And guess what? A lot of 1031 companies, they don't want you to know about this. The commercial real estate brokers, I was one at Marcus & Millichap, they don't want you to know about this. They want to keep you in the 1031 race, get these huge commissions. I've also done Delaware Statutory Trust too, which is another form of a 1031. But at the essence of what we're going to give to you is either the time and the energy, right, and the flexibility to buy and sell real estate whenever you want or never again if you don't want to, right? Develop. We have a deal out of Alabama, $2.6 million. He sold a business, deferred $600,000 of tax, and he's building 70 multifamily units from the ground up in Tennessee, right? And he's going to sell that, and he's going to roll that into the trust as well. The guy's in his mid-40s. He's making $1 million a year already. He's delaying the income tax from the trust, which is another way to pay for this thing. He's like, Brett, I've got so much income. Can I delay on that $2.6 million? Because what's happening is the trust, you've loaned the money to the trust, and it's going to pay you back over time. It's an installment sale, typically 8% net of the recurring fees, which again, about 1.85 to 2. And then you're going to live off of that. But he's going, Brett, can I delay that and let it compound like an IRA? Yeah. So he's delaying it for a couple of years. And in the meantime, using the capital to build and create a ton of wealth, get a brand new depreciation schedule. And this is the cool thing. Once he has the depreciation schedule, Gary, right, he can start to tax optimize, meaning let's turn the spigot on the trust. Let's offset it with some cost seg on this side, right? So this is like next level DST ninja stuff, right? Which is really cool and really exciting. And it's just math, right? So once you get over that it's legal, then the next thing is, can I actually do this? Yes, with our help, we will guide you, right? Will it work for me? Well, it depends if your deal's big enough and what your income tax needs are. The other one that's really interesting is estate tax. So a lot of people are really missing the elephant in the room. So the tiger is the capital gains tax, right? You got to buy the tail with the 1031 if it's still around. But the elephant in the room is the estate tax, which is basically stating that 40% of anything above 22 million married, 12 million single is going to be wiped out. So we're working with a client right now. In fact, we just did the part of their deal. There were $25 million, but all $25 million was in real estate and all of it was inside of their taxable estate. So the challenge was you have to either buy life insurance, do a bunch of charitable remainder trusts, which the people don't typically want to give all the way to charity, or have to gift it away, but they're running out of time to do that. So we sold their $5 million multifamily property in Colorado and moved all of it outside of their taxable estate in one single day without using a charitable, without buying any insurance, and still give them all the flexibilities. Again, your brain starts to explode on this, but we say, talk with the clients, look at this, see it. It's been tested, it's been tried, it's here. And so hopefully that answers the question too, and maybe hopefully adds a little bit more.
You have just listened to another information-packed episode of Capital Gains Tax Solutions with Brett Swarts. We hope you enjoyed today's show and found it helpful. Visit capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to access the show notes and to access more resources. Don't forget to leave a review and join us again next time.